Welcome to Education, Leadership, and Beyond, Surviving and Thriving. My name is Andrew Murata, host of the show, and it is show number 227. Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for tuning in live here on Facebook. Proud member of the Education Podcast Network, Voice Ed Radio Canada, or wherever it is that you are taking in your podcast. Appreciate you tuning in. Appreciate the support. A positive comment on iTunes or certainly on Facebook helps. If you're watching live, certainly jump in with a question or comment. It's nice to see who is watching when. So it is show number 227. All right, everyone. Today's sponsor is Particle Men's Face Cream, Particle Men's Products. I got the camera filter on there. It's hard to see sometimes, but this is their face cream. That discount code is AMARATA20 for 20% off. But amazing stuff, right? I'm not going to get involved with sponsorships with products that I'm not using or I don't trust. But this Particle Men's Products, incredible. I'm taking some stuff from my hair, this men's cream, the shampoo, the body wash, fantastic. So check them out. The discount code is AMARATA20. Their products are fantastic. I do want to give a shout out to Kevin Estes. Kevin was going to be our guest today. We had some technical difficulties. Sometimes, depending on where the person works, they get blocked. So Kevin is not able to join us today. But I wanted to come on, just go over a few things and talk about a few strategies today. So the first thing I want to do is, what am I reading, right? All leaders are readers. I think it's important that we always grow. And I want to talk a little bit about some of the most recent books I've read. And then we got a big announcement. We got a big thing happening. I'm excited. And we'll start there. My fourth book is coming out. Dads, Leaders, and Father Figures, Creating Influence and Legacy for a Lifetime. I co-wrote this with my college roommate, Kevin Spanauer, Dr. Larry Dake from Binghamton, and Jeff Evner, as my buddies say, from the Finger Lakes area, Auburn, New York area. And he's in Homer, New York now, up by the Finger Lakes. I co-wrote that with these guys, and Dads, Leaders, and Father Figures, Creating Influence and Legacy for a Lifetime. It's coming out here probably the end of November, mid-November. We're just putting the finishing touches on it, and I'm excited about it. So holidays are coming, and then good stuff ahead. We're looking forward to that book coming out. So that's announcement number one. But what am I reading right now? Book number one, The Coffee Bean. It is a very thin book. John Gordon, and his name is escaping me right now, but it's really his story. But fantastic book about making influence on where you are, right? And the premise behind The Coffee Bean is, if you were in a hot water, if you were in boiling water, right? And as educators, as business people, as family, sometimes the pressure, right? Hot water. You want to be the carrot, right? What happens if a carrot goes into a boiling pot of water? It's going to get soft, lose all its nutrients. You want to be the egg, get a hard shell on the outside, and it gets hard, right? Or do you want to be like the coffee bean? What does the coffee bean do when it gets put into a boiling pot of water? It makes the water all around it better. And that book is kind of about that, making a positive influence regardless of your circumstances, especially in hot water. So that was awesome. Number two, I interviewed Mike Mason a couple weeks ago. Mike is a retired FBI agent. Mike is retired military, former head of Verizon. Working in America is the name of Mike's book. Mike Mason. It was awesome. It was great stories. Mike is a speaker. Mike's an influencer, and I just loved it. Working in America. It was a great book. Mike and I hit it off. We were speakers together in Kentucky this past summer, KASA. Shout out to the Kentucky administrators for having me there. But I would check out Mike Mason, Working in America. One story from the book. Mike tells a story of his dad, right? We learned so much from our parents. Mike shared a story of his dad. He wanted braces, right? He's a young kid. He's 15, 16. He wanted braces. And dad says, sure. Dad was a single dad. He said, sure, come on. You can get braces when you can pay 1/3 of the cost. So Mike's, 15, 16. He says, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Right. Well, they go down, they get the bid, $2,700, 2,700 or 2,100. And, Mike's dad says, well, when you have 700, we'll get the braces. And Mike was working at the time. This is many years ago, right? $2 an hour. That's how much money he was making. And Mike saved, and Mike worked, and Mike saved, and Mike worked. And he produced his $700, and bam, he went and got those braces. And now it's all, looking good, right? So what a great story about, perseverance, parenting, lessons, achievement, so many things in there. I appreciated that. Book number 3, I'm listening to it right now. I'm about done. Atomic Habits by James Clear. So good. So just practical in terms of making good habits, making good choices of things we're doing and building those routines. Really good. I recommend that. I'm listening on Audible. It's very good. I'm on the treadmill listening to it and taking notes and that kind of stuff. So that's book number 3. And book number 4, Put Your Ass Where Your Heart Wants to Be. Put Your Ass Where Your Heart Wants to Be. It sounds like a weird title. Very short book, but it is about chasing your passions. It's about doing the things that light your fire and going after the things you want in your life, right? They talk about musicians, right? If a musician wants to make it, where do they go? Nashville. If a person wants to make it into movies, where do they go? Hollywood. If you want to make it on Broadway, where do you go? New York City. Get to the spaces and people and places of where the things you want to accomplish in your life, right? I want to build connections and have influence on school leaders, right? Here's one of my podcasts. I'm doing it to help build those relationships and get the word out. I want to reach people at conferences and workshops, right? Doing the best workshops I can. Get your ass where you want to be. I'm in my school every day, reaching kids and teachers and doing the best we can here in my school. Getting there every day. Put your ass where your heart wants to be. All right. So those 4 books, The Coffee Bean, Working in America by Mike Mason, Atomic Habits by James Clear, and the 4th one, Put Your Ass Where Your Heart Wants to Be. I read books. I listen to books. I don't, I don't have to wait to finish one to start the other. I kind of like bouncing around. It's like watching different shows. So if I could help you in any way, don't hesitate to reach out at Andrew Murata 21 on Twitter. And, if I could keynote for you, do a presentation for you, I'd be happy to do that and come meet your organization. So thank you for tuning in. We are going to reschedule with Kevin and make this work. All right. Keep rolling, friends. And I'm going to sign off here on Education, Leadership, and Beyond.